Hello everybody, I'm Joe Harris, resident here at Plattsburg, Missouri, and I'm also the owner, operator, trainer, bookkeeper, consultant of Joe's Fitness here in Plattsburg, Missouri. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would just like to share a dream that I had concerning this when I was a young kid. I always wanted to have a career to where that I had to wear a different sweatsuit every day. I knew that I was going to be some kind of fitness trainer or something like that. And basically, the dream that I had when I was like 11 years old came true. It all started basically back in probably 30 so years or so ago. We had an opening to where that the old depot building down on the park down here, and it was owned basically by Mr. Don Talley, and he had a boxing ring set up in one end of it, and there was also a large front to it. And I asked him, could I possibly during the summertime have like a little exercise weight room in there and stuff? He said sure. So what I did was basically I had some weights in there, a couple of weight benches and bars and stuff like that. And I was about 14 years old at the time. And during the summertime, I would open it up during the summertime about 3 days a week. And I'd have a lot of my buddies and stuff like that coming in. And they would basically, I would design some workouts with them and for them. And we did that for one whole summer. And that kind of gave me a start at being that young, basically, of knowing that someday I'm going to have my own gym. I'm going to have my own physical fitness facility. Well, I kept that dream alive, basically. Back in around 1983, during that time, I was a workout fanatic, I would say. I was a member of what is called KC Fitness in North Kansas City, Missouri, and would train there a lot after work. As a matter of fact, I was also an employee for the General Mills plant in Kansas City. Well, after I would go to work, I would always still hit the fitness center and gym and stuff, and would always make sure that I did my workouts before I got home. And so as time went, I ended up meeting a fitness guru, basically, that was half manager, basically, that was in the facility in Kansas City, a gentleman by the name of Mike Patton. And he was also a professional line bodybuilder, a two-time Mr. Missouri champion with a whole lot of head knowledge in the fitness world and nutrition world too. So basically what I did was I was underneath his direction as one of his clients to where that I learned a lot of the aspects of exercise and bodybuilding and everything and stuff for a total of about 3 years. Well, as time went still, I was still had my interest in one day owning my own facility. So what I done was I went ahead and got a degree into being a personal trainer. And that was in the early 90s. And basically by doing that was I had to get some education from out of a degree into fitness, general nutrition, physiology and exercise science, kinesiology, and psychology into the Career Institute Development Center out of Atlanta, Georgia, which they sent me all my materials, and I did all my studying and sent all materials in, my work materials and in everything and stuff for about 2 years, to where that I obtained my personal trainer certification. So as all this was still being put into place and I was still working once again as an employee for General Mills, I had the opportunity to open up what is called an on-site fitness gym facility at General Mills, which we went through that for 6 months, and they opened up their fitness facility basically, and which is still going today, that I had basically put together a plan for the company and the employees. Well, my confidence was really rising up to where that I was really wanting to basically pursue the avenue of owning my own. So I had the opportunity to basically work with my trainer, Mr. Mike Patton, which owns his own facility in Kansas City, Missouri. And I was also thinking about resigning from General Mills after 20 years of employment. So he told me that basically, Joe, if you resign, you can come and work for me in Kansas City at my facility. Well, I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it toyed with it for about 3 or 4 months, and then I decided, well, I'm gonna go ahead and resign from General Mills, but I'm not going to pursue still driving back and forth to Kansas City to do what I love to do. So I said, well, I want to do it at home. I want to open up something in Plattsburg. Well, a buddy of mine, we talked about this sometimes. Everybody knows a gentleman by Dr. Hobbs. I knew that Dr. Hobbs had some extra room in his dental building, and that was just sitting abandoned. So I stopped by one day after work. He called me in his office. I sat down with him and I was explaining I have an idea. Well, before I could even get finished, he said, stop right there, I want to show you something. He took me back to the end of his building, and he had a 26 by 26 room empty that used to be part of the where they had all the medicines and stuff like that, into one of those rooms. And he asked me, he said, you think you can do something with that? I said, yeah, I think I could. So after that, I went in there and I cleaned it all out and everything and stuff. And I had some equipment of my own, treadmill, bikes, some weights, benches, stuff like that. So I put all those pieces of equipment in that room, and then by word of mouth, I was telling everybody that I have trying to start a fitness center here in Plattsburg. You can come and enter this room from the west side of the building. There will be a sign on the door, and basically I opened it up. It was sometime during the summer months of around June or so of 98, yes, of 98. And people, what I would do is when I got home from General Mills, I would come home, rest for an hour, and then open that little gym up from 5 in the evening till 9 o'clock at night. Well, it just started growing. Interest started coming, it started growing. People would come to it, and it got bigger and bigger and bigger. So I did that for 6 months. So I said to myself, well, I had 5 weeks vacation built up in General Mills, and you can take it starting at the 1st of January. So what I did was I took all 5 weeks off, and then I turned around and opened up the little facility all day long, just to see what it would do. Well, the numbers kept coming. People kept coming. And so after that, for 6 months, I had to make a decision to where that all my vacation was gone. Do I want to go back to work, or do I want to make this thing a permanent in Plattsburg, Missouri? Well, I decided this was where my heart was, and I know that I want to open up this opportunity for the residents of Plattsburg, Missouri. So I decided to resign from General Mills after 20 years of employment and open this thing up for good. So I ended up making that decision, doing that, and as it still growed and grown more, basically I outgrew the space. So Mr. Hobbs, Dr. Hobbs had more room in the backside of his building. He had approximately about a couple thousand square foot that we went in there and tore up all the walls and stuff and everything and got it refurbished to where that I opened up a larger facility in the same building. And basically the new Joe's Fitness was officially opened in July the 1st of '99, officially. So basically, and it grew in numbers and grew in numbers still. So I ended up being in that building for around 15 years. Well, still yet, I was needing more room. Dr. Hobbs was telling me that he's going to be retiring, and so that gave me the inclination that I needed to probably find another place. Well, eventually I did, under his idea, which I didn't know that this place was open for that, but now I moved the facility once again up here at 900 Y Highway in the old frame factory, basically. And I've been in here now for around 8 years, and it is still has grown. I have clientele basically from every which direction. I've got clientele from as far west as St. Joe, Missouri, as far east as Polo, Missouri, as far south as Overland Park, Kansas, and as far north as Cameron, that has supported this fitness center. And so basically my dream that I always wanted to do, it came alive. And ladies and gentlemen, basically what I've done, I am set up to where that I'm in the healthcare umbrella here for what fitness and wellness teaches. It is more than, it's not only just a gym, but it is a wellness center. And so basically, I'm very, very excited. I'm very, very motivated. I'm very happy once again that my dream came alive. And once again, I am the owner and trainer here at my facility, or Joe's Fitness, here in Plattsburg. And I want to make my key of it is basically just try to teach and get people healthier through this philosophy of the exercise and the nutrition, that everything that's being taught here in Joe's Fitness. So basically that's kind of sums it up in a short way, basically. And I hope that that whoever's listening, whatever, that come and see me, come and see the facility, come and be a part of the facility. I'm here 5 days a week. I open up at 5:30 in the morning, and we run till 7 in the evening, Monday through Friday. And around, usually in the late fall, throughout the winters, I'll open up a half day on Saturdays, and basically we go from there. One thing I would like to share with you is that in the 23 years that I have been open, I have sold over 2,100 memberships in the last 23 years. So basically, I look at that as 23 years of opportunity of 2,100 different people being able to hear my philosophy of being healthy and doing it. So once again, that's all I have, and I hope to see you, come to see me. Once again, my dream has been fulfilled. Joe's Fitness, Plattsburg, Missouri. Let's do it.